Why goal setting is important. Have you ever dreamed of climbing a mountain, mastering an art form, starting your own company, running a marathon, topping your class in college? It's possible, but not without a clear goal and plan. The importance of goals in one's life cannot be overstated. It's not impossible to reach great heights in your field or build a life for yourself that makes you feel happy and content. But you can't do it without goals. Learning why it's important to set goals and why it's good to stick to them can be the deciding factor in whether or not we really understand how important goal setting is. The more willing we are to use this method, the more likely we are to achieve our own ideas of what it means to be successful in life and work. Today, we'll look at how setting goals can help you achieve more and do better. Setting goals is not only motivating, but it can also improve our mental health and our level of personal and professional success. Goals guide and align our focus. Your goals give you direction. When you have goals, you have something to aim for. This mental direction and goal will help you move towards your main life goals instead of just wandering around aimlessly. These goals will help you make sure that your actions and behaviors are in line as you move forward. Think of setting goals as a funnel that gets rid of the things that aren't important. What's left is to keep your attention on your goals. When you keep your mind on your goals, you can use all your energy to achieve those goals without getting distracted or confused. Without goals, we have no sense of where to go or what to do. Sure, you may be able to avoid disappointment, but just avoiding disappointment doesn't mean you are necessarily happy. It forces you to set priorities. Priorities are important if we want to get anything done in life. You need to tell yourself what's most important so you don't get sidetracked. Having goals really does help with that. When we set a big goal and then a series of smaller ones, we can see which ones are most important. For example, if you want to lose weight or build muscle, you need to make exercise a top priority. Also, if our goal is to make more money, we need to make making more money a top priority. Setting goals makes it clear right away what will be most important in our lives. With how important goal setting is and these 4 benefits, it's easy to see how important it is. Now, the question is, how should we set goals? Even though it seems pretty simple, it's always good to have a set of rules. Goals prioritize your time. Setting goals is important if you want to use your time well. It's easy to be busy without getting anything done. Setting goals is important if you want to organize your time better and get more done. Goals help you make sure that your short-term goals are in line with your long-term ones. Setting goals gives you a clear, measurable goal to work towards, which helps you organize your tasks and time each day. Having goals makes sure that the only thing you do each day are the ones that help you achieve your goals. Goals help you feel less stressed and overwhelmed, and they give you more time to work on bigger and better things. Goals help you measure. Setting goals gives you a way to measure your personal and professional growth. Goals gives you something to work towards that you can measure, which boosts your motivation and self-confidence. When you set a goal, it's important to make it something you can measure, not just something you hope to achieve in the future. With measurable goals, you can keep track of your progress and see how close you are to reaching your goal. If you don't have a way to track your goals, it's hard to see real progress. With measurable goals, you can see and feel the difference it will make in your life if you reach the goal. It also lets you break down your goals into parts that you can measure, so you can keep track of your progress. Goals to help you overcome procrastination. When you give yourself a goal, you make yourself responsible for completing the task. On the other hand, when you do things on a whim and it doesn't matter if you finish them or not, this is not the case. Goals tend to stay in your mind, and if you don't reach them, they remind you, "Damn, I was supposed to do today." Having these reminders in the back of your mind helps you stop putting things off and getting lazy. But remember that long-term goals actually make people put things off. Most people can't handle deadlines that are 3 months away. So, if you're given a long-term goal, break it up into several short-term goals so you can work on a piece of it every week or even every day. Goals turn our largest goals into manageable steps. Many of us have big dreams and hopes. It's something that keeps our lives interesting. But many of us never take the time to figure out how to get from point A to point B in the most efficient way. So, we never fully achieve those goals, which is a shame. We look at our dreams and tell ourselves that only a few people ever reach them, so we write ourselves off as people who were never meant to get that far. Looking at the end result of a goal can be scary and make us not even want to try to reach it. Setting goals helps us break down big, scary goals into smaller, less scary ones. These small steps and goals that are easier to reach will help us gain speed and keep us motivated to keep working towards the next step of our goal. They help us start building the life we really want for ourselves, our families, and maybe even our whole communities, depending on how big your goals are. When I talk about this part of setting goals, I can't help but think of climbing a mountain step by step, which is the easiest way to do it. Goal setting keeps you accountable. Setting goals is not only a good way to track your progress, but it's also a way to hold yourself accountable. Too many goals fail because they don't have this important part about who is responsible. For example, it's great if my goal is to do 50 push-ups. The goal would be backed by most people, but there's no way to make sure this goal is met. How long do I have to reach this goal, and what steps do I need to take? The original goal doesn't answer these important questions. A much more specific goal would be to be able to do 50 push-ups in the next 3 months by starting with 5 push-ups and adding 5 more each week. This goal tells me when I want to reach it and what I need to do to get there. This plan will hold me responsible, because if I don't stick to my progression schedule, I'll know I won't reach my goal on time. It can also be used as a marker to show me when something is getting in the way of my progress that I hadn't planned for. This tells me I need to look at what I'm doing again and figure out what changes I can make to help me succeed. Goals make you feel good. Feeling like you're making progress as you set and achieve goals can be very motivating and, in a good way, addictive. When we reach our goals, our brains release dopamine. This is like a little reward for our brains, and it keeps us trying to reach the next goal. Having clear goals will help you feel better about yourself and your life in general. This is especially true if you stick to your goals, work hard to achieve them, and end up doing even better than you thought you could. I'm not the oldest book on the shelf, but I can tell you that there aren't many other feelings like the one you get when you're really on a roll. Our goals give us something to work towards. You're not just making progress for the sake of making progress. You can actually see where you're going. This is so much more fun. If you don't know where you're going, the trip could get boring. Not much fun comes from going from place to place without a plan. We all have talents and dreams, so setting goals can take us to some amazing places in life. For your biggest dreams to come true, you need to be willing to sit down and make a plan for your life that is unique to you and will help you reach your goals.